I found that my boards are individual boards. I make the board. I've had people tell me that I'm not a brand, and I'm like, that's either the stupidest thing I ever heard, or they're completely right. You know, my brand is me. I'm Dirk. It's a Dirk board. But each board is an individual work of art. You know, it's either good art or bad art, but it's my art. And then, you know, my boards are for individuals. They're not for people who just want the blue board. They can have the blue board. So I will do this, then I'll come back and use the planer. Will phrase mean blank. So this is a blank. It's a blank canvas. It's white. It could have any color. It could have any thing on it. It's a common misconception to use the more glass and more resin, the stronger the board is. What it really is actually thinner glass, like a double 4 ounce, stronger than mixing a 6 and a 4. It's just really funny how glass wants to break wherever something is different.
You don't number them?
Yeah, I do number them, but they're not all finished. So it's like don't put the number on until they're right there. I've got about 5 in progress.
I mean, why?
Most surfboards only go as far as 23 inches, even on a longboard. But what I did is I put these out to 24. And by having the extra inch in the Danish waves, it just displaces a little bit more water, which makes it just that much easier to get up on a wave that has low power. That you can actually see through the linen. The linen actually goes over the top of that. That's on the foam. So what I'm doing out of necessity, if I'm not using a regular blank to make an EPS blank, normally you would get a blank and then you would try and find the rocker. What I do is on a computer program, I do a cam and make a perfect rocker shape, and then I laser cut these here at Ghost Bane, and then take construction foam and glue it in, and then basically all I'm doing is sanding this down to make a perfect blank. It takes me about about 15 hours, but that can be done over different days. From the sanding process to lamination. This has got, you know, 4 sheets of glass and a hot coat.
It's essentially the soul of a board. I mean, it's not
well, it's a soul. It's, in fact, it's a Bruiskunst. It's art you can use. Yeah. And that could be like a ceramic mug. I mean, it's art, but you drink a cup of coffee out of it. Well, this is just art you can surf. I mean, people have been able to make surfboards for a long time. It's not very difficult to make the board. It's kind of difficult to make the board without mistakes. And that's kind of like why I stuck with it. This was actually done in a couple ways. It was a free pour on the top with white, and then the purple and the neon, and then down here I painted it. So it's actually just a tinted resin that as soon as the tinted resin, you know, it hits the glass, that's where it sticks. So then after that, you can actually squeegee over it, and it doesn't blur very much. The big kicker on this is you've got like 15 minutes to do it because the resin's kicking. And then actually add clear resin up top. It's really important to do everything clean before you put any color down because it's going to contaminate it. I've surfed some pretty weird places. And just the fact that you're on the board, in the water, in a new place, is is the gas. I mean, it's just doing it in like a sunrise or sunset. And then my boards are unbreakable. You're not allowed to break them. People say that all the time, say you can't surf in Denmark. Of course you can surf in Denmark. Wherever there's water you can surf. You can surf Tangroen. I surf Tangroen. You get out to Balahae, you have to have an east wind. And the waves might not be gigantic, but when you see something just tumbling out here off of Tangroen, when you're actually there, the wave is like that, which is big enough to get on and get down inside. You're not going to get shacked. Time stops for as long as you're on the wave, and it's worth it. This would not necessarily, this wouldn't be a beginner board. I'm doing this by hand. So basically I plot this out, so I've got a perfect rail line. It's completely balanced. Everything is like it's just like doing a painting. You don't really know what it's going to look like until it's finished. And you're not really sure when it's finished.